I'm sure if the secretary is going to gather all the generals, some of them from active war zones, then he must have something very important he wants to tell them.
It's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon.
ESPN just pulled a move nobody saw coming. Rex Ryan ran his mouth, tossed out some wild claims about Shedeur Sanders, and instantly turned himself into the internet's favorite target. He thought he was dropping expert football takes, but it blew up in his face faster than a bad play call in overtime. Now ESPN's scrambling like they just fumbled the ball on national TV. Did Rex really think he could clown Shedeur and walk away clean? No chance. This meltdown's got more drama than a locker room after a playoff loss.
ESPN ex-NFL coach Rex Ryan owed Shedeur Sanders an apology. He lied on Shedeur Sanders about he need to be sitting in the front row trying to learn the playbook. It's an embarrassment. He should be trying to get himself together to be QB1.
Rex Ryan just marched headfirst into a hornet's nest, and every sting is hitting hard. He hopped on ESPN, opened his mouth, and started spinning his own fantasy world where Shedeur Sanders supposedly doesn't study, doesn't show up front and center, and somehow thinks the whole NFL should revolve around his so-called laziness. It's wild, reckless, and downright embarrassing.
Y'all know what time it is. Rex Ryan acted up yesterday. He wanted to show out. He wanted to put his big boy pants on. Oh, but we got receipts. Talking that trash, said it too loud, wanted to be the man again. As we know, Rex Ryan all on ESPN yesterday, poking his chest out, acting like he had some inside information, talking about Shedeur Sanders, called him an embarrassment, called him some names, said he should step up, he should be embarrassed.
Now ESPN's behind the scenes in full panic mode because this isn't just a viral clip anymore. It's a full-blown media disaster. Rex really thought he was dropping knowledge, but all he dropped was himself straight into a flaming dumpster of bad takes. So picture this. Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback, third string for the Cleveland Browns, doing exactly what rookies are supposed to do. Sitting back, learning the system, and waiting for that one perfect moment to prove everyone wrong.
So I seen that clip of Rex Ryan on Get Up talking about Shedeur Sanders, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was some bullshit. Like pure bullshit. It came off as an opportunistic move to have a moment. Because what about anything Shedeur has said warrants that type of reaction on national television as a third string quarterback? Even going as far to say, get your ass to the front and study or whatever the hell, because he said confidently that he feels like he should be starting, or confidently that he feels like he can play better than a quarterback play that's been around the league. What's the issue?
Then strolls in Rex Ryan, acting like the self-appointed oracle of football wisdom, dropping insider info like he's still running a locker room. He's talking about a kid he hasn't even seen in years, from a facility he probably couldn't find with GPS since 2012. And the wild part? He's out here hinting that Shedeur isn't grinding hard enough, claiming he's not in the front row, arms crossed, acting too cool, like he invented the game itself. The audacity is unreal.
Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, the coach, Rex Ryan sat there and said is a good head coach. I'm tired of the lie. I'm tired of lack of playoff wins being called, oh, well, you gotta understand, Deshaun Watson is terrible at playing quarterback. Then he don't got it. He's just been burdened by bad quarterback play. Who told you to start the 40-year-old? Who told you to trade away Kenny Pickett? Who told you to say Dylan Gabriel is the most advanced quarterback we've ever seen? We're gonna reach on him in the third round and not play him. But Rex Ryan, you think we're stupid?
Now step back and really take this in. It's straight up ridiculous. We're talking about a rookie who hasn't even started a single NFL game, yet somehow he's catching more heat than veterans out here actively losing on national TV. You've got actual starters fumbling snaps, tossing picks left and right, and no one's questioning their dedication. But Shedeur? Oh no, he's suddenly a menace because he didn't park himself in the holy front row during rookie meetings. Like, what's next? Somebody gonna say he cursed the playbook because he didn't bow before the projector, and it gets even wilder. Tony Rizzo, an actual Cleveland insider with real credibility, comes through and says, "Hold on, something's off." Turns out Rex didn't just dream this up. Someone's feeding him lines, dropping so-called sources and spreading gossip like he's James Bond in cleats. But here's the punchline. Not one person inside the Browns organization is backing those claims. Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, hasn't said a single word. Meanwhile, Shedeur already stepped into an NFL game against the Panthers with 0 first-team reps and still slung darts across the field like he invented progressions himself. The disrespect is wild.
After the latest Rex Ryan comments towards Shedeur Sanders, I'm starting to come around to that train of thought, because there's no other explanation that somebody such as Rex Ryan can have the things that he says about Shedeur Sanders unless he has some type of beef with his father, Dion. Now, I wanted to go see if their paths crossed at any point in the NFL.
According to Rex, all that success was just rookie luck. Yeah, right. Apparently, a kid holding a playbook in one hand and pure talent in the other is somehow disrespecting the league now? Make it make sense. Meanwhile, social media's on fire. Fans, analysts, and ex-players are roasting Rex Ryan like he's competing for Worst Analyst of the Year. ESPN's already sliding into quiet damage control mode, pretending nothing happened while their PR team scrambles in the shadows. Because when a clip blows up and makes you look like a clown, HR suddenly becomes your new best friend. Word is, Rex might be getting that "please stop embarrassing us" talk from the higher-ups right now. And the public? Oh, we're just grabbing the popcorn because this saga keeps getting messier. One week it's "the playbook is a mystery." The next it's "he's not sitting right." It's like the media built a whole obstacle course just to crush a young quarterback's spirit. Meanwhile, rookies like Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, and Dylan Gabriel are doing the exact same things. Maybe sitting second row, maybe meditating in a corner, and nobody says a word. No hit pieces, no questioning of work ethic. Why? Because their last name isn't Sanders.
Only quarterback that cannot feel confident in his ability. I think it's bullshit. You got a team that's, 1-4? They got smacked yesterday. They've been looking terrible all year. You got a 40-year-old quarterback, plenty of other things that actually have something to do with why the Browns are so bad. Yeah, you decide to direct that energy to the third-string quarterback, but simply because he's confident in his ability. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? And then to have the tone as if he's seeking out these microphones and platforms to go out and talk. He's answering a question that he was asked. Y'all can't, or Rex or whoever that feels like that, cannot name another third-string quarterback in the NFL that gets a microphone put in their face and it gets put all over the internet.
They don't carry the pressure of a legendary father's legacy, and they definitely don't shake up the comfort zone of the NFL's old guard. That's the real reason Shedeur is catching heat. Not because he's lazy or unprepared, but because his presence alone rattles people who can't handle his confidence. His swagger isn't arrogance, it's assurance. And that scares the ones still stuck in the past. So Rex Ryan, with his ex-coach ego and TV spotlight, decides to turn it up a notch. He paints this dramatic image of Shedeur, arms crossed, disrespecting tradition, acting like the rookie meetings are sacred rituals written in stone. Then he starts sprinkling in that fake insider talk, pretending he's plugged in when really he's just guessing loud enough to sound informed. He's confident, sure, but it's the kind that confuses airtime with accuracy. But here's the kicker. Shedeur's actual game performance says the complete opposite. The kid looked ready, composed, and dialed in. And that burns critics like Rex, who need controversy more than truth. They crave a lazy rookie storyline, but Shedeur refuses to play that part. He's here for one thing only, to play football and let his skill do the talking.
Bro, I am so tired of y'all coming after Shedeur. Rex Ryan had to go on today and talk crap about Shedeur Sanders. Bro didn't even play. I mean, let's make this abundantly clear. You guys hate Shedeur Sanders. It's clear. Rex Ryan? Something's starting to show a little bit. I don't like to say it. I don't like to call people out on it, but it's starting to show a little bit.
And let's really talk about how ridiculous this whole front row obsession is. Like, seriously, that's the grand test of professionalism now? Forget accuracy, forget pocket presence, forget throwing lasers under pressure. Apparently, your seat choice is what defines your worth. If you're not in the holy front row, suddenly you're a problem child. The logic is laughable, and look at the timing. It's too perfect. Every time the Browns start stumbling, here come the negative stories out of nowhere. It's almost like someone's trying to poison the well before Shedeur even gets his shot. Strategic, sneaky, and petty to the core. They don't want him to gain traction. They want to stain the image before the rise even begins. But here's the bigger truth. Shedeur Sanders isn't just another rookie quarterback. He's a walking symbol of change. Confident, polished, unapologetic, and loud in the best way possible. He's not playing by the stay quiet and fade away rookie playbook. Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. Jordan Love sat behind Rodgers. That's the process. But somehow, when Shedeur does it, the rules change. Rex Ryan and these self-proclaimed insiders are running a whole campaign of character assassination, cherry-picking stories, twisting facts, and shaping perception like it's a TV plot. They're not reporting football. They're protecting the old system from a kid who's rewriting it.
Rex Ryan, what are you talking about? He's sitting on the sidelines, not causing no problem, no drama. People on the team like him. What is he doing? He's literally sitting on the sideline, just soaking it in. I don't understand. What are you talking about? I don't understand what this kid has done to get all this weird press.
And sadly, it's working, at least on the surface. The casual viewer sees the headlines, not the reality. They don't see the kid grinding quietly, studying film, executing plays clean, and letting his results drown out the noise. Instead, they're fed the same lazy storylines on repeat. Every week, a new concern, a new issue, never any real proof, just vague shade to keep the negativity alive. When one rumor fizzles out, they cook up another. It's exhausting, predictable, and honestly insulting. But fans, we're not blind. Check the comment sections under Rex Ryan's clip. People are dragging him like he forgot his own coaching record. Even Cleveland fans, who aren't exactly known for blind loyalty, are defending Shedeur. That's when you know the narrative's cracking. And that's what makes this whole thing so satisfying to watch. Because when Shedeur finally gets his shot, and he will, this clip is going to age like spoiled milk left in the sun. It'll be replayed nonstop as a masterclass in how wrong the so-called experts can be. But this goes way beyond football now. It's about integrity, accountability, and respect. Analysts can't just sling accusations without receipts, especially on a platform as massive as ESPN. Rex Ryan didn't just cross a line, he stomped on it. Now ESPN's got no choice but to face the mess he made.
This is perfect. It's perfect because there is now just enough almost credibility for folks that want to be like, no matter what the kid does, you guys kill him. You know what I mean? He comes out and says, what do you want him to say? Of course, he didn't say anything bad about his teammate. He just said, I'm better than, some of these other guys, and you killed him. Here is my guess on what happened. Somebody in Shedeur's circle was like, hey, you know what you should do next time they ask you anything? Don't say anything.
But here's the real twist. The cycle never stops. Another talented young quarterback will walk into the league and boom, the same recycled storylines, the same tired double standards, the same media traps will kick right back up again. Unless we, the fans, start calling it out. Unless we demand real accountability. Unless we start keeping receipts on who's spreading these fake narratives and why they're doing it. That's what makes Shedeur Sanders' story hit different. He's been fighting through this noise since day one. Being Deion's son means he's lived under the spotlight his entire life. With pressure most grown men would fold under. High school, Jackson State, Colorado, and now the NFL. Every level, every time he's proved people wrong just by showing up and delivering. And what does he do through all the chaos? He keeps working, keeps grinding, keeps letting his talent speak louder than any headline. His moment's coming, and when it does, a lot of folks, especially Rex, are going to wish they'd stayed quiet. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we're watching, talking, debating, and calling out the hypocrisy as it happens. So what about you? Are you rolling with Shedeur or falling for Rex's nonsense? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and keep your eyes open because this story is far from over.
Truth be told, I think he is right. I think there are some situations where he could work and he could do good. But he's with the Cleveland Browns. It's kind of how things work with the Cleveland Browns, is things have to be harder than what they should be. Flacco ain't cutting it right now. They lose to the Lions 34-10. They don't look good. And on Get Up, they opened up with the conversation about should they bench Joe Flacco. Here's what Rex Ryan had to say.
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach. All right. But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like he's
At the end of the day, this goes way beyond Shedeur. It's about a system that still doesn't know how to handle young black quarterbacks who walk in with confidence, talent, and zero fear of being themselves. This is about calling out the false stories, demanding accountability, and standing behind the ones who actually earn their respect on the field. Let's keep it real. Shedeur doesn't need anyone to fight his battles for him. His performance will do the talking. His discipline will prove the point. His consistency will silence every hater trying to twist the story. But until that day, we keep watching, analyzing, and reminding the world who tried to tear him down and who stood on truth. Rex Ryan went too far, no question. ESPN's got a decision to make because letting this slide sends the wrong message. The media's overdue for a reality check, and Shedeur, he's just putting in the work, quietly, relentlessly, waiting for the moment when all the noise collapses under his results. And when that happens, it's going to be glorious. Every false headline, every lazy accusation, every front row jab, it's all going to come back to haunt the ones who spread it. So here's how it stands. A rookie quarterback under fire but unshaken, a former coach exposed by his own words, and a network scrambling to control the fallout. The saga of Shedeur Sanders is just beginning, and trust me, watching this story unfold is going to be legendary.
So Rex Ryan really doesn't like Shedeur Sanders. And it appears that that is the topic of discussion, is third-string quarterback on the Cleveland Browns. Fascinating. I mean, it made sense why Get Up was talking about it on ESPN Monday morning, but it really didn't make sense for Rex Ryan to go off once again as he decided to lose his mind on Shedeur Sanders and tell some lies that he got busted telling.
But here's the part that really blows my mind. The way the media treats Shedeur Sanders like he's some kind of criminal mastermind just for existing. It's pure theater. You can practically picture a bunch of producers sitting in a dark room plotting the next episode, whispering, how can we make a third-string quarterback look like a menace? It's absurd. And yet, here we are. And right on cue, Rex Ryan jumps in like an old actor desperate for one last spotlight moment, doing all the heavy lifting for the narrative machine. Meanwhile, behind the scenes at ESPN, you know it's chaos. Executives sweating bullets, interns pacing around whispering, please don't make it worse. Because this isn't just a viral moment anymore, it's a full-blown PR nightmare. Rex is probably somewhere sipping his coffee, thinking he just dropped truth bombs, while in reality he dropped misinformation grenades all over his own reputation. Every made-up source, every false claim, every exaggerated insider line, it all bounces off Shedeur because he doesn't need validation from a circus that profits off his name. And the double standards? Straight comedy. Other rookies sit in the second row, no problem. Other quarterbacks break media rules. Nobody blinks. But when it's Shedeur Sanders, suddenly it's national news.
All the ridiculous takes he had. But I thought it was fascinating that Shedeur Sanders became the topic of discussion in a situation where, honestly, he probably shouldn't be talked about right now. I know the sound bites going around that Shedeur talked about seeing some of the quarterback play in the NFL, and he thinks he could be a starting quarterback. Truth be told, I think he is right. I think there are some situations where he could work and he could do good. But he's with the Cleveland Browns. It's kind of how things work with the Cleveland Browns, is things have to be harder than what they should be.
But Shedeur Sanders? Oh no, he's got to be flawless, obedient, visible 24/7, and somehow guilty of crimes that don't even exist. It's insane, like expecting a puppy to pay rent and file taxes. And the wild part? People actually buy into it. They nod along, whispering, yeah, maybe he is lazy, while Shedeur's in silence, perfecting his craft, ready to launch another laser touchdown that's going to make every critic look like they're stuck on rookie mode in Madden. And here's where it turns poetic, when Shedeur finally gets that chance, when he steps onto the field as the true starter. All those so-called insiders, critics, and gossip merchants are going to choke on their own words. His composure will speak louder than every rumor they ever spun. And us fans, we'll get front row seats to watch it unfold, to see false narratives crumble in real time, and a new era of confidence rise from the noise. It's not just football anymore. It's redemption in motion. Because when Shedeur's moment finally comes, it won't just be a debut. It's going to be a statement, a turning point. And trust me, it's going to be absolutely glorious.